NDC mpanyinfo wa Ashanti region fo ni bia hye ase
omo ye den
mining site gigi sika mate na manja ya wo kina mebodi kale so train mame na fi de hit creba na me se me nya yi but mo ya mame honhom na ba mate se NDC mpanyinfo bi wa Ashanti region a omuni nam ne na mining areas Ashasie gigi sika free galamsey for ne small scale miners wo obi obey samumo ndin because ye ni mo din wa ha
omo pa kire say
I am warning them
na so mbom bem mo aya na so me
me say NDC executive mpanyufo bi de ya tene no ye wo voice nyina wa ha ye mpese ye bebo
na so omo a
voice ni nyina voice ni nyina no
na so omo mo ko bra wuo no ko so apafia na
kenkan bi keke me body me kenkan bi keke kenkan bi keke
na papa penny we dey wono mini no pa o
ai
na da za no
ma hwase hwe me say NDC ye ma mo kwa ma mo ni nsem hunu hwe
masa we dey yem prema
one say me say amamente so ma 30 days
we kra dey we dey the fabra 20 days because papa ba ko na ma hunu wo mu ni dey fabra 20 days
okay enti we ye small scale miners no aban nya NDC form power enti so bia ba na obagigi sika ye wan kasa wasem
ene ye wo de man na wasem a
emfa sika bia ma obia se obi ba ho a frey 9 no ye de your producer number no betoa because e din na wa ha no
because papa we dey
okay ye ni abro
asemu
ye ni abre
papa Bruni billion already spent.
Let me start quickly.
I'm on social media.
Let me start quickly with free SHS.
Messages.
And those in the diaspora. Please, we need to come into this discussion. Those Ghanaians who are in the diaspora.
What do you mean?
Who's money? I'm coming to explain. Joe can tell you. Secondary education is free in Europe. Secondary education is free in the US. But they are day schools. They are day schools.
What's your point?
And I'm coming to it. They are day schools. The best governments do is to put those in the US yellow buses, which you have to stop to give priority for the bus to take the kids to school. Right. So, how come rich developed countries that started a boarding school system, right? And today, if you want to go to a boarding school, college, or whatever, it's elite, and you have to pay a lot. And it's only rich people who are able to take and talented students who may get scholarships, right? Who go to those schools. Why don't we follow the examples? What makes us think that we can support free SHS unfettered from fees? The warning came in 2018 or 2019, early in the administration, when we used 2.2 billion of a bond, Ghana cedis, to support free SHS.
But to be fair, Mr. Tekpe, Foriata, then as finance minister, alluded to this fact. He talked about the reality that it was going to be difficult to sustain this trend.
And of course, I tweeted to compliment. I mean, that's a reality. That's what we've been saying. Our option is the e-schools. And when you take as many e-schools, into the communities, train any teachers. If they have to take loan to do it, you remember that policy and all that. That is the way, to bring down the cost. You can't add every single, element,
Mr. Tekpe, that's your plan?
Cost. It has always been the plan. There is progressively free.
So practically, how does it work, Mr. Tekpe? What's the JM plan for this?
I've just said it. I'm saying that it's not new. We started building 200 e-schools. But for the fall in crude oil prices, we would have completed about 120. So you're going back to complete there in the bush. Some of them, so you're going back to complete it. And the way to reduce and grant access, is to build more e-schools so that they go today and then you produce more teachers. Right? That is a compliment. Ghana's budget cannot sustain unfettered, I'm not saying free SHS, cannot sustain unfettered free SHS. Unfettered in the sense that government takes on every, and remember, tuition is free across. Tuition is already free. It has always been free from primary to university. Tuition is free. And that already is a heavy cost.
To be able to fund the
John Mahama, don't come and do for that for all. Sikeni wa sikeni ho. whoever will be the finance minister, let Ghanaians know there's no money. This is what we came to inherit. The money we have, we cannot buy crude. So we are going to shed power. They also to Ghana and they will say about 2028 or 20 in this 20 NDC. Mabodam. Yet to chrome her, yasoson kwasi asamso. People are forced to do things. When people too legitimately are doing things to help the country, money so. Mr. John Mahama, this is my advice to the NDC government. Do John Mahama, don't come and do further for all. Sikeni wa sikeni ho. Whoever will be the finance minister, let Ghanaians know there's no money. This is what we came to inherit. The money we have, we cannot buy crude. So we are going to shed power. They also to Ghana and they will say about 2028 or 20 in this 20 NDC. Mabodam. Yet to chrome her, yasoson kwasi asamso. People are forced to do things. When people too legitimately are doing things to help the country, money so. Mr. John Mahama, this is my advice to the NDC government. Do not. John Mahama, don't come and do further for all. Sikeni wa sikeni ho. Whoever will be the finance minister, let Ghanaians know there's no money. This is what we came to inherit. The money we have, we cannot buy crude. So we are going to shed power. They also to Ghana and they will say about 2028 or 20 in this 20 NDC. Mabodam. Yet to chrome her, yasoson kwasi asamso. People are forced to do things. When people too legitimately are doing things to help the country, money so. Mr. John Mahama, this is my advice to the NDC government. Do not.
For good evening. Esan so emopia akwaba emopia so afrishiapa ewo babia owa ohwemi ya mamunyina akwaba sonko edibaba RAZ Media so medamo ase ene sabio yen kan se mobre ene sabio adaje amowo ede eyeden ema me seda bia yeso camera moba na money yen ebeye show abusia ene nsem bebere ewo ho ene nsem bebere ene wo ho nsem a ekoso social media no so no edoso pa nsem a yetete nsem ahodo a amanfo ekeka MPP for more than omo against the MPP itself MPP for so more can nsem a eto asum MPP for so more very a lot of issues bunuma ekoso during the campaign time sabio ebirumo hotia ento asum enye de enye asempa enye nsem bia na ye pese yentie yente emfiri sabio ye campaign camp but eno na yetie although we are still waiting to know the reality and the truth about all the allegations that are going on but abusia ansem na omokeka no does not change me ikwaku amete hai my point of view emame yeden enye yen kan se ensesa ma adwene eye nkuranhye mame so sesabio ensema ko so anense ne mfata abra na ye campaign no ye ka ho asem abonten but the woman say kwanya ebefa so a ye be kan nsem no that is what makes the difference Tabi ameka se yenyina ye abusua baako. So yenyina ye abusua baako. Yenyina ye MPP fo. And in any case, no, say you and you, your team. Now, yentie na ye betim no. Mumenya dia edin kabom edi yo ye beba aman yokonum. Na yetumi ayeden, yedi ayeden. Akoye nim na 2028. Yetumi aje Bawumia no na yedi Ghana man akona nim. Yedi ameka se me de I don't understand why a Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia edi akọ first run na yaria na enunti no amanfo be sore say omo ahyase say omo ye campaign edi am a different person to come and lead the party. To me that is a shit. Ehon nem faso eye yenkan say ungratefulness attitude of some people. So Dr. Bawumia na ye kan asem no. Dr. Bawumia na ye kan asem no. Onye the common politician na sabi ye wo na watna politician wadi a constituency chairman, constituency labor and some oba bedru obi wadru no. Papa ni ye the clear identity of technocrat politician. Enipa ono be di minus one. He's coming for the good. He's coming to make sure say Niama ebeye juma the way that things are supposed to be. Just I don't understand why some MPP people have started saying Ken 2028 nas Mia hey wait me mama wait me papa you can be who you are but sansem na there munyaka na say nyaka na egusu na ye kan na say we are not fair. Na say we are not really fair to the man because the man has sacrificed his time for us. Oni nanado nyumo moye oni nanado how many times that they have run even though we were not able to win, but this man has never bound down the MPP as a party. And the other end then I see Mr. Betty Kumsen Mama Mwakwaba when say Yankopona do mohoye. Phobia member Mimi Ame Mwakwaba or what to say. Dr. Bawumia ye candidate here. Ye deliver 100 times against Mahama. Not the machinery surrounding Dr. Bawumia no. Aye solid that. We will win 100 times. Enti sabule babiye ye duru no. We just have to make sure say there will be united MPP that will surround Dr. Bawumia to come and do the job for us. Nsem na ekoso no nyina no. Sansensem na omo keka no nyina no. Efa kura ni ho ayese doctor na ye den eye o. It is all about the people around Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia. Dear na ka kiro said, the man has no problem. The man himself has no problem. Echo Bibia said, the man is a credible person. Phobia will tell you, America. Say you tit in some now, a man for Bab on 10 hours or more narrating, yet any hobby. Mena I and you were not there, Doctor. On one kasana kasaba kwano kapano. I and you were not there. But in some now, one man no more. One man no more part of the system. Omodia babontia omoka after election. The Biauchel say Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia has no brain on whatever happened. He did all what he could do. He did exactly what a presidential candidate must do to win power. And then the impossible no matipo necessary. Papa no one €1, €1 one GM free aban some. Nanado president as Ghana's president here. Now Dr. Bawumia ne party presidential candidate are now running the campaign nationally. No, Papa Nanji 1 cent in po free aban. Every money that the man spent and the monies that they are saying that some people chop them, no, all the monies were from external people or more. Inya willing said they wanted to support Dr. Bawumia to win the elections. So what? Which was said this man is corrupt free, corruption free. Sadly, we actually say the man is corrupt free. He doesn't involve himself in spending national money. What I have heard more, and say even the presidency wanted to give him some fund, some money to do his campaign, but the man always rejected that money. So Mia, Dr. Bawumia is such a gentleman that we need him to come and lead our land. Phobia TV Mia, Oskeni Kwajo, Mamunya Kwaba, Phobia. Imo now de ban me home. Because I'm watching on StreamYard, on StreamYard, I don't see the email. Abushanfo, where? But I'm just 1 minute. Abushanfo, and common animal dinner, Hannah. And young Comobia, yadi perfect. And I say, yadi ye agrobi. Or him ya yen see him fufro. So hene owu ya yen see him fufro. Say Dr. Ma bonte me kan kire Ghana for say on peso beba biema. And people for your leader. So we a leader be we a panini be or party no. Now gonna say we want to be able to make a party now when the power in 2028 ya. Fabra bonte Fabra support to Dr. Bawumia. So we a party member. So we a party supporter. So we a party elder. Now what who never be a course during the campaign time who can say uncle year. Go and talk to the elders and let's bring things in a correct manner. You stabilize everything. Now you make it a strong thing for the agenda 2028. So also we a communicator. We a constituency executive. We a polling station executive. Whatever you are, any position that you play during this 2024 election. So we will be the enko year who ye. Sa dear be see ya one who ye say ye baby I would say any kwan so go to the headquarters displace your point of view. Let the elders go through and know the solution. Na for solution emra bonten. Na yemfa me support Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia 2028 na yemene power. Se nipa no mo twa doctor ho hia no. Eye won mom na yempe won because of say ebinum ya akorofo, ebinum anye wadwuma yie, ebinum anye de wo so mo nye, ebinum anka won nsem yie, ebinum one way of communication na enye papa. Yenka ni nyina. Phobia tiemio. Yenka ni nyina. Yen tu ni nyina ngu abonten. Yenka de oho bia. Yenka de oho no nyina wia. Na ya yeden ya dismantle the rot and the inefficiency of that machinery na ewo Dr. Ncheno. They are saying, they are saying build another machinery, surround doctor, some from Kojitumi, MP. That is the only thing that if you are MPP person, you must to think of. And you fee and you be Canada Japan 2028. Sanya mana mo ye nenye enti emwa party no. Ken 2028 na mo ye no emwa party no. Me nka second the Japan supporters so me I'm one of the me to make on the social media. In fact, mo amohwe me on Facebook, mo hwe me din a friend me Kennedy Japan Junior. I'm one of the first people who started promoting Kennedy Japan on social media. I started blogging with Kennedy Japan's name very long time ago. Not only with his name or with his contents. As it's really saying, as it's just Papa no, Eyobia, yeah, the love is there. We were fighting people who were talking stupid. Nipa no mo cancel phone de fa papa yi ho. We were defending it. But I didn't hear ne. Se sabio MPP for ye were leader that ode yen akokon yen ni nkonim na yase abafia eninti mesidabi me ye Canada Japan ne oya me mentor in business aspect intino said ye tibia na Kennedy should come and lead us. Ghana minor ye team. Ghana minor ye team. How many presidential candidates and omo timi akogina se omo ko peda konwa we ya omo timi anwene at one time. A bin sida apart from John Mahama no through Professor Mills ni wo and the man be a president abra no nanso ho dai nanu mpono no John Mahama no before he was able to get that position as a vice president, look at how many times they run from 2000 to 2008 and then 2008 they won. Now, and the other part, Nipa, Bill I say MPP for you're gonna say to have the third term consecutive government in Ghana, no, you're going to say Bia, it's so easy. Say, Ubedi Abaimu, Empren Kwame and Sa, and Empren 9. And yet the Ketua Sao. And yet the Ketua Kura say, Ubabidia Kunya, o first term, the one no second term. Na 10 term ye di business na wa nwene yabusua yatibida sa ntokwa na Dr. Bawumia ko gina no na nye ntokwa keto na o de hwe oni wunua po mukọ dan ba kom efie ba kom for the first 3 days 1 week 1 month mo ye na fufuo mo sere money jam home, mudi agro, mudi nkomo, mosresrem, you do everything together. But with time going, bosana and to be a shasi eba montem. I'm talking about even brother to brother. Amako handa in be among the hospital to make your life better. Enokurano, just after 1 month, 2 months, now to be a shasi eba montem. Now think about a president, a political party, our better ban your men fear watching. Unim nipa dodoa bibinti na omo afam pipi ho, omo afam pipi time. Isa Mohammed mu akwaba, Janet Afram, wonso memawo akwaba. Osikani kwa jomi ya memu akwaba. Phobia Member TV, Phobia Member TV on Facebook and on YouTube. by Tikumsen, Mammy, Mwakwaba, or what to say. Yet, try and commerce. 8 good years in government, in power. A JNO, who you to say, when you say Uncle Ponado Mohoya. Yeah, my mom share Facebook for no more. I like a video no. Me share Steven Idan. Hey Steven, she has been a very long time. Nufodi Raymond, me share Comfort Felician, me share Robert Mensah, me share also Adi Collins, me share Kofi Joseph, me share, and all of you. Samson Jajaga, me share also. Fantastic phobia. A massive submission. I mean, the brave. Me say only wunua bomakotena efiem for 1 year. On kura na it will be your time when only wunua kura beko. Na ban mo a obedi o man so for 8 good years. You all know the perception of Ghana politics. We all know said here nipa omokoto abama wo ema obedi akonya. Enipa na omobekwa akoto abana ma ama wadi akonya no. Ye nyina yenim what they expect from the party and the government in power. Many of them will expect a juma say aban panyin bi be frɛ na ama na juma ye ewo office babi. Ebinom ebe expect say bia MC na say DC na owo ne area ewo hwa obema ne sika bi ato ne bottom. People expect say sebio district executive bi bosumi bia no obekwa ne nchen na wapeka krato ne nsam. There are all these things surrounding regional chairman. People are expecting you to give them some money. Sani ma we nyina no say ntumi anko so a automatically sani pakro na omokoto aba no de ma wo no, they will not go and vote for you. Yenim how Ghanaian men point of view of my party is in power. Now saban ese sa o man sika na o de chiche the party supporters aban efa aban ni sika nko a na o de chiche man supporters for nko a. How can we keep on developing the country? Hey, you will nipa bi kura ho adwuma kura ma ne bi onye. You will be a full supporter or a full soldier pa and so adwuma nkasa or need even qualification to employ him or her. Into what the person is expecting, they say, ebeye abetwa da biana o so sikagu na num. And with all this factor, no joining it together, the loss that we lost, you know, Miss Pasa, and yandi be also more abamungu. And yandi be also more abamungu because then some man for be to me a power for the whole that 8 years. No more saying I can say yes, we are going to support you. Well, let me give you an example. J. Kufuor. We all saw the fantastic job that J. Kufuor did. As you could see, saying as you could see, after J. Kufuor implementing all these types of initiatives, after J. Kufuor bringing out all this kind of talent way of governance to the people, at the end of the day, after 8 years, we had Tiamanaso and we have Faha and I'm see where your Hemanim and Sa Ampi or Mama Ye and assemblyman we may have a word and Wama. For all this reason, they will vote against you, even though you have performed very well. It is no King 2020 phobia. mo say yamode phobia mo say yamode there what do you people want to assume I was some ye pound to the down ground na ye what went wrong. And I know, sir, a lot of the people who are talking about who are saying no king, no vote in of King 2028, who be so almost say, on 1.4 to a Dr. Bawumia, yeah, Namsuntia, a man ma, they have nothing to say. Now, Pacho, we are Jumaura. What for Jumaifo? What for Jumaifo? Adwumayɛfoɔ no nyɛ adwuma ɔmo yɛ ɔmo mekɔ akɔyi panyini na ɔda ɔmo ano no mekɔ akɔyi na di. What have you solved? Deɛ bɛn na wasolve? You have not solved nothing. Ɛwɔ sɛ adwumayɛfoɔ no na wɔn nsake wɔn na wɔn bring in new workers a ɔmo yɛ competent to work for the company to stand on its feet. Enti doctor no, you be maintain no. 2028 obejina. Mo amuwo ideas. Mo amuwo adwene. Mo amuhu de enye. Mo amuhu de anko yie. Mo amodwene se bibi ye ni se anka ebe ye beta no. You all should come board. Na yen tutu adwene yem build a strong foundation behind doctor no fanko weni aba no mre. Because doctor, hey, there is no NDC person, NDC leader that can stand Dr. Bawumia in terms of knowledge, in terms of ideas, in terms of looking for the future, in terms of understanding the dynamics in local politics and geopolitics. You understand? Saying I think the caution that every MPP person, we MPP panino, we are crow, we are president, will be free of Konyasu, we are vice president, will be free of Konyasu, we are finance minister, we are fine and one, whoever you are today. The question that we must to ask ourselves is, how should we go away from this defeat to victorious future? Doctor is not the problem. Now, once you know, say, "Dear, sabi doctor, and a problem no." But catch the yen. Ebia no to mix it to the entire doctor and a problem now. We may understand and we may accept what you're saying. Ebia wo a wonim the entire wo betumi aka the entire odwene say doctor and a problem no. Maybe you can make us understand and we may even accept it and make it be like, okay, doctor is the problem, let's find a new candidate. But so when to me and can be and who said doctor and a problem there, you can't convince me. Or Henetiasia, you see him for. Say a chairman no monyo more juma ye, fan servo or henen year. A chairman or more or moti or henen national or mum na ya pam or mo. Near pair chairman papa, Edo more big general or henen chain, no henen a new man in addition to a different or person yano abem. Now, bim. Christmas in the but I better ye Christmas in now you're from 7th January. What are we going to do? Who are the wrong people in the leadership? A handful in your Juma year. A handful na say party no amia kodu say Sabio and then send me Pia Bonten Banner say, ye the Sikabinum Bar Bonten say young farmer party full soldiers. Sikana uncle. Ye the Sikabinum Bar say young farmer a party communicators, scanner and call. You say this cabin by say ye cry at social media, yenya kakra bi mfa pepa ya no yemfa toto ye network no ne hwan hwan. Me meto emi ma hu hwe me kese politician bi ama me kapra na me boa. Me kese madi 50 cent. Nye dollar me kese di 50 cent. Peswa 50 peswa. Se andi MPP ni bi afre me ama me 50 peswa mpa na me boa. Obi ama me hwe. But and then some say there were budget to cover every part of the campaign. And the say we have to go after them, expose them, and bring in new people who are competent enough to manage those points, those affairs, those issues, those bases of the party. Na yenkochi abani anu family fie Kennedy no kura na amanfo ahya ase ye campaign ma no ono no nyansa bi onim no onfa mra board no onfa meboa na yentibe wene di onim se enye enipa bi na odwene se they did their things very wrong because Kennedy Japan has been in the MPP campaign for several times. Committee, like I said, all the campaigns that has been on in the name of the MPP, Kennedy has always been part of every campaign. And you know, that man may have a lot of experience in campaign ground. And you know, the other night more than saying papa, on family about it. Now I'm family boa party na party into me meld up. And you Dr. Bawumia na say you know. Because so you Dr. Bawumia, now the leadership no remaining in the peoples that were not able to perform their job as they were supposed to. That is what is still going to happen to us. Say the buffo. Any yaw, me di yawo. Wina yawe no, me di yawo. Sa we na, yawe yana, and then this for Bokwana, Trinity, Chakre, me di yawo. And yet, I say a juma. Me okay, I won't say me platform, and you so powerful, say, me buy life for minya big numbers, 1,000, 2,000, minya 500, 300, 600. But a video to have video a month for her, your croco 7,000, 10,000, it me croco in period of time. It is a year, Juma, Yakasa, my mom 40. Yakasa, I'm a mom 40. It was said. I was said, young who said, a nipa no 1 year jumanamfa year 2 year. A nipa na sika was sent call money the enchichema ye dunum ye bin yemfa bin to credit ya or monfa be amrayano. Sa nipa no now say we have to go after them and make sure say they have been expelled, or even if they remain there, they remain there knowing say Sadi, we have to do them. But to come and say, we know Bawumia is poor. He doesn't have money to spread for everyone, but he tried his best. But some wicked people disappointed him, and Bawumia is innocent. But God will speak for him. Mame, and I came. Amamono yesikao. And Ubedi president ya, enye usika wanya ene maudi president. A personality and the president. Almost all the presidents across the globe. He Donald Trump free ho. He is the only business man. Takumwane, my dear friend Berlusconi, Italy president. Among Kwana Yeni Pabinoma. They came in politics already rich men. Now I'm in country, but he wasn't rich. He became rich after being a president. and obey is super rich. Normally, it's poor people who has a kind of mentality so big, so advanced, and nipa tuminya jidie wo mumu den e support won so mumu di o man nanim na o mfa yiye meto yiye enye sika enye osika wanya enye wunima wabie enye o yanka ne se wabusua kese bi a wofirim e na o ene se nka ofene den nka uko England nka Queen Elizabeth ne ma no ene se nkom no be prime ministers said nka Queen Elizabeth ne ma no be prime ministers henso ko wadabi ordinary men are the people leading the political affairs of the country. Mami come to see, bro, I know it's personality, but bro, Ghanaians like man. I can't afford this sika there. Na sika kura ba kura ebe ji edi ma we ye ma kura wunya la sika bi aba kura mpo se brothers monje mfanto your friend say data campaign omo ko door to door sika basi em ko che mo omo they will not say it, they will chop it. It is a doctor and you say when you come first sponsor the campaign, right? And you say doctor and when you come first sponsor campaign, unya sika or pay sika at the sponsor campaign. But the management of the fund, any pana no manage fund on I mismanagement. And it is if we have any problem, the problem should be with the people who were managing this affairs. And your doctor. Now they say doctor no tip on koso. Say any power what your modi. I will know your campaign or more do you hammer or mama will say form or more do you seeker. Do you think that doctor is going to use the same people to work around him? He is not going to do that. He is not going to do that. And the moment you push the agenda hardly towards those people who were around doctor Omanyo Munyuma said they say nefata omudie nimguasia enti say Abraham PP. Na enye say afedie ye ba be shasia for Dr. Bawumia ho time. Ye ba be shasia ke kansebu na for Dr. Bawumia ho. Ye ba be na ye ne say we see MPP from payinfo na omunim bibia na omo wo positions akese wo party no omo ani ehu bibia no. Nobody is saying Ken 2028. Nobody is even condemning Kennedy, offensive Dr. Bawumia. Nobody is saying that Dr. Bawumia is a failure. Nobody is saying that Dr. Bawumia is incompetent. Nobody is saying that Dr. Bawumia cannot lead the party. The Omunina can say, any power, no more Dr. Hunshiano. They disappointed Doctor because they did not put the things at the right position. Baby, Sano Moka. And to which they said, we must to keep doctor and build the base well. Base now. And then they had the foundation of the MPP and then a promote to the MPP to win the election. That is what we must do. You must do some homework there and make sure say those people do the right thing and we put right people at that place. Interbusham for Mesramo. Umenyai say Yashasia Edin Chichemu, Yashasia Edi Entitimone, Yashasia Yetu Chaboy of Hono, Umenyai, Nemoyen, Yakasa, Momentokus, direct to the fact. Yankasa direct to the fact. Now you make it things clear. Say it's not about. Say you say, doctor, your mom me di animu biem. Ye kofa Kennedy a Japan aba. O can is an answer any old agenda and a friend now exhibit.
That data be 2 years.
So now I name at one time. Now Oka Simbisa. Now, Quack said the wono. Sabio. A idea be an ewo Timudada. And then no day back. Because or him we are, ye see him a fufro. Yin two or him infra kunyaswa. Yin see him a fufro. So him be any day. Entry in the tone sign ye infra kunyaswa. Yin kofa him a fufro messiso. So what are we talking about and where do we want to get to? Are we serious as people? Do we really understand the dynamics to win a presidential election? Do we understand how long it takes people to be accepted by some societies? I was saying to us as a doctor Ekremonium. I was saying to us as a Dr. Bawumia is the first Muslim that the MPP want to bring him to lead the country. Look at what they did. Look at what actually these pastors. So some are sufferful, some more a sisiriful, some more a cromful, some more a sufferful were outside boldly saying shit about Dr. Bawumia, that they don't want doctor to win the elections. That because a doctor bar or the year you obey or the pepper bar or making sure say people will not take advantage of the poor people. I suffer for them to me yankwanya it means someone near wood DNA near my bonnet na or moya no more. Or moya no more sort of horror. It is they say I saw the phone I saw the tia doctor. Now ya ankasa suya who also. Your son sorry say Sabi yes a tia doctor. Let's say where do we want to go as a party? Now we have to also remember say whatever we are doing, whatever we are saying, the opposition is looking at us. Said they do need a primaries. Yeah, you can't send my young year during the election. It affected, you know. Whatever we are saying today, it stands that people are piling them to use them against us tomorrow. Henti, Mumma yam fokoso. Let's think more deep. Let's try to be more deep thinkers. Let's expand our point of view. Now you're making some critical analysis about what happened during the election. Now you're say, what is the right thing to do? Then, a bit to me, I'm the base of the MPP, no. Atimiaye energize. Nebe to me, ama enipa asanye nyatona atekono. Na omobe di party na chi. Na ya pushy party na party na kona nim. Well, let me tell you something. Say MPP united. Party na down. Say a united. It doesn't matter who you bring to come and lead you. Some people party ni jina na nine so pa jina na nine so. Apati ni ho. Internally, the leadership, hand to hand, we are all together. Na ye kese, we are concentrating to win elections in Ghana. Mia, hey, Dr. Kuto udana ba obenwene. Because a Juma no nkonkoye Dr. Kuto nkwana Juma, but it will be the work from or for every member of the party who is going out there to preach and to campaign, do the right job to make sure that people will move outside in masses to go and vote for the candidate. And no, and ye di bedi nkunim na nye Ken 2028 and a betumi ama MPP amanyoko no atunya sen di nkunim in 2028 because na no bi na meka upon all the apathy and our party upon all the you can say a problem now bobo party leadership no. Dr. Bawumia was able to have 4 million votes. And to say, na ntitiye bipo aba party no, and a doctor still to me 40 million voter. Kai who say, the man is loved. The man is loved. And we just need the others to come and join the party so that the other 2 million, 3 million plus no, they are making a massive win in 2028. Eti Mesremo. Mama nya idea ye no. Obia betuma kan na boso asem. Obia betuma kan the audience ya anko yie during the campaign. Obia betumi aka nipa bi no omodwene se campaign time omanyi omodwuma yie. Obia ebetumi aka na koma so ade anase na koma so asem. But mumenya no can no vote in 2028 eso emfanfa so mraye because Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia is a very fine man and a gentle soul to lead the country that me and you we want. Abusia, me the doctor di way abana we here. Me video bi o ha. E be video na chiro na yedi hu nkomo wi a na me di program na si. Sesi John Mahama say energy sector has a debt of 2.5 billion. Na sa kana e da ho no ebetimi collapse the entire economy of the country. Me video on my watch am na yatwado. But yencha Janeta Fram, I say I agree with you my brother, we have to come on board and find a solution. Please, my beloved party, stop pointing finger to ourselves. We have to focus. We have to focus. We have to focus on our party first. I completely agree with you. SKB TV, me and I want to say, Mr. Yankopora Domo SK. Yeah, Betty Kumsen, I say, bro, I know his personality, but bro, Ghanaians, they like money. Can't afford it. Now make a women yanka or send a buying about Kunyum until what if you're in your way. Nanka mana so good and a one dime. That's what they want. Bresson Johnson Ofosu Mwakwaba. But the Kumsin be Mosi, we know Bawumia is poor. He doesn't have money to spread for everyone, but he tried his best. But some wicked people disappointed him, and Bawumia is innocent. But God will speak for him, inshallah. God will do that. Phobia member say more fire. Phobia member TV. Ewo Facebook, Sansu, ewo YouTube. Oskani say, Janet Afram was Ghanaians will cry soon for Nanado's government. They will really regret for voting for incompetent Mahama. Janet Afram was you are right, bro. Pentecost phobia, you're welcome. JJK, or 2028, still Bawumia. Phobia say fantastic. KJK, so say JJK, or 2028, still Dr. Bawumia. Ajay Enoch, 2028. Ajay Enoch, still, it is possible for the MPP. Yeah, it is always possible. Yet that from Hi, friends and family of MPP. Merry Christmas to you all. It is still possible. It is truly possible. Yeah. Abusia, before Konya we so amamunyina happy merry and merry Christmas. Aka less than 3 hours now Christmas. And mamunyina really happy and merry Christmas. But Betty Kumsen, I say RAZ Media greetings. So watching you from Israel, Tef Avi. Ghanaians will smell pepper and that Mahama Doom Shop. The above video be actually it is about Doom Shop, so don't go anywhere. I just want people to hear what is going on, what the MPP has done, and why I cannot accept Mahama complaining. Betty Kumsen be was some MPP now facing now the noise is too much. Just go and face so-called NDC foot soldiers. Yeah, we have to stop complaining and focus on ourselves. Phobia Member TV say, good job, bro. Oskeni so the Enchiankwa and or the Abusha. The revelation of how the MPP was able to maintain the light. And then the Mahama said, light now. Now you who Ghana my artificial light. Ya won't tell me who koto moja. Na me nim say light artificial wom. Light na isi so a we Ghana ni a wo call dan mu na wonya bi e de to wata de no. Na wonya bi so computer nya bi de charge your phone no. His Excellency say na artificial light. Nanado why magic ama what create artificial light na muntie enyuma MPP for year in the energy sectors no mo to me emma ye constant electricity ye we are near to us muntie
billion
the same amount in Mahama
energy sector data be 2 year it was almost 2.5 billion.
The same amount in Mahama
despite the turbulence, we're able to keep the light on for 7 years. Keep the light on. So that is the trick.
Keep the light on.
Listen, let's be very, very straight with politics now. For the past from 2017 to 2023 or 2022, you have to be very specific. No, listen. You have to be very. You have to be. Yeah, recently, Anna, you won't say. I am. Listen to me. You're talking about a serious power outage for 72 hours out of mismanagement of the power sector. That is what we are talking about here. We are not talking about anything. We are and when I expect to say they should keep the power on. We don't want any doom. So media will see.
So you admitting say a Canadian energy sector and can be a good.
They say independent power producers.
2.5 billion.
They say cyclical debt within the energy sector. I ever 2 years. Made a metro say within the cyclical debt nature say power producers and we are using gas for power generation instead of other, don't forget Akosombo only 900 megawatts and it's not enough for power generation. So we are looking for alternative sources of energy, which is the gas. Now, the gas for power generation, and no, they produce gas for power generation. When say within the value chain, what we call produce gas. Your friend is say. Other value chain producers no so transfer them ECG4 is supposed to collect the monies and pay Ghana Gas and other power producing agency no more to the gas here in almost timid production, but because the ordinary people are not paying, a bay car ECG won't even collect revenue to pay for this. And you know, government is using it to institution. It becomes recurring, and I'm a friend of cyclical debt within the energy sector. And you know, we mo a jacka treating it to. So we were looking for an alternative. I bet me the I be produce I bet me other sources of energy. I be regasification of getting gas from Equatorial Guinea. Your friend liquefied natural gas to support and other sources of energy. ENI contractor we must sign any other year and we take or pay a home and subone a buyer you go so all these things come and all interventions. They say car power kofa besi wa and ye push ya ba e besi takra there na ye nya a gas ye gumu instead of producing crude for us to get the gas gumu and no it be almost about 400 megawatts. If you are saying your way in our can be and our crew, don't forget say putting a budget we will budget every year be an NDC under their leadership. Previously, before 2016, they were coughing out or doling out $120 million every month to support their budget, to make sure say every year, to support their budget, to make sure say they will put crude in our thermal plant in Abuazi for power generation. Car power or buy no more crude gumu and also still a boy can and the gas gumu and also reduce sunia daddy. You can say I can't stand here and give you the figures of amount of figures you walk at the appropriate time next week. So make mama all the figures on how much we owe within the energy value chain of the energy sector, so that you know. So this is how we are starting. But
alternative gas now you and cost form. That's your argument.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, free one mama power no ejina so e man kania ni jina so no na omun tumi nye no a dum so be call on Ghanaian people no e ma dum so ba ye. It's because they mismanage the power sector, and it's a fact. Even though there's a cyclical debt, we're able to manage the sector to produce power for the ordinary Ghanaian. And it's a fact. You can't take it away from us.
Okay, but those purchases now. If they didn't take those decisions, and you won't have anything to make.
These are.
More than there, but at least they manage to provide some.
And I make sure say those interventions were irrelevant, if you ask me, because a group point to be a group point to be a. Those facilities were producing enough power which were not needed within the value chain. If you go and ask the experts, they put as air condition one. Now because say husband be 20 no call that generators be 10 the go on the power air conditions. But what is the point? The point that I'm making is this is what they did. And because of individual power generation facilities on the buyer, we could have relied on a few key ones to use, which can also equally produce. The only problem I realizing is a key interventions we are here and one major intervention is to make yourself consistent maintenance culture within the value chain of the energy sector. It was very key. Very key. And Apoya no abeka say you do or Montias because transmitter. Yes, a lot. Ghana Gas, we always do shutdown maintenance work to make sure say we increase our capacity. About normally 90 million scarves of gas every week, every month, every day. Sorry, daily BI was 900 million scarves. We increased the capacity to 180 million scarves. A combination of Sankofa, ENI, Sankofa.
I don't think anybody would deny some of these things, MPP Maya, but I think the issue is because quickly. Ghana Gas. There's a reason why.
One second, I will take your time, just 1 second. I'll create on your please, respectfully. opoku are prepare for the die do omosunti mami ni so kakra there make any say prof prof very important to say prof intervention ube establish a tuable gas processing plant doesn't mean almost establish a tuable processing plant. They were still doing so because they didn't have the technical know-how to manage the situation to bring gas into the use. The ordinary Ghanaian will benefit for power generation. One key significant intervention, Amakacho said, even Takrady Regulatory and Metering Station, I produce all the gas with a combination of all the gas for power generation or Abuazeno. Now capacity if you have to 100 million scarves spending it me for 100 million cubic feet of gas and it to be for 109 million scarves. You buy you're increasing it to 405 million scarves. It means that when we push gas from the eastern enclave to western enclave for Abuazi power projection, you bet for more than 300 million scarves for power generation any day. It is very important. These interventions help. If you are the Benjamin can say it helps a lot.
Also, for 1 minute, 3 minutes. Don't be a bully. One go school, papa. One go school, papa. Sana okasa. Okay. I didn't know say if you Mahama.
Enjabushia. And then somebody say Mahama bejina bonten. Na Oka kyerɛ wo sɛ ɛka da hɔ onti no ontumi maintain power na wo bisa ho sɛ na MPP for no mo yɛ den na maintain power e me nya light them. Simple question. Ɛka da hɔ a we the common citizens no yɛ mfa ka no ho because yɛ tua na yɛ das yɛ da kaneam yɛ tua yaso ye fridge yetua na yenya bi e dey charge ye phone yetua na yenya bi e dey aye factory adwuma enti se waba na kada ho a manage it the way they manage it and na menu so tia sabio na yenya power edam e dey aye adwuma na we na me pese me nkire wo se Bawumia a fine gentleman where Moka se Bawumia during campaign or country Ghana for say yen twa ba man na so ba obebo modern say obe ma solar energy ababeye sources of producing energy in our country. Se Mahama ba wabai gas na no mbegu so ato gas na no mbegu so ato crude oil na mbegu so dia produce power amayen because eno no mo ye omunya nchobo etwadi sabu shawuti NPP4 ana Dr. Bawumia edi animu ewo 2024 election no oka kire ye se energy no kwan ye fa so produce no ne bo eden dodo e no kore enti no wo se yem find alternative abrofo beka se green energy yem fa awia em produce light na yenya bi mfanye ye nyuma na ne bo so nya fuma Ghana for so mompe Ghana for ye se empewo yempe ye pedie obedi odi gas be produce na sidun ketia ebenya ne kakra di na Sam George ebe man contract na abrakwa senkese obenya baabi agina ede adidi e wo Ghana for ye bottom ye wi ene enne de Mahama so ne sika ode be maye energy na so tie nsem a owusu bempa kan ne sesie ya MPP for buy no omu ye adwuma wo power sector ho omu ye adwuma wo power sector ho ye they invested a lot of money to make sure say they can have enough energy for the people. Now, Ghana for the be same way during campaign I kind of nipa see MPP for Aboka and the Ghana mine abangwe na abobo sian dodo and our bobo sian and our bobo apart from saying a yentro sa abangwe na abobo sian dodo. But what is worse and nipa ntiase ye me ya say on my bia bobo sian America for na the highly indebted country in the world. But look at what they do. It is about what do you do with the money that you borrow. Dear now this sikana okobo bosiano ye. Dear now de babe emfaso ben ebe free bosiano mamba. That is what is it about. And to bosiano no mo bono. It was a way to maintain energy for us. Ibenya kanea na adwuma yefo ntena fie. Na adwumafo be ye adwuma enya omusika na omode awrane omobusua ama economy no sika awrane na wo ho ato wo common man na wo ti o man no aba ne bosua obo na enye wasemo so obobusua na ode ye bibi ma wunya so mfaso nya bi de to wunya enambosua no so ma wunya adwuma ye na ye pia okabosomia. That is what you care. You don't care about what he does with the money. And I'm about to and I'm going to and I'm abusianfo. Yet we are building a country, and building a country needs men with strong mind, determined mentality, people who know what actually they want to do. People who has to really understand the world. People who know how they can put themselves to be part of the world in terms of productivity, what they call product, new ways of going, ideas, development. That is what we call leadership. Now, and then I meet you, Ekosi say, now, Mikotie, NDC Greater Accra Regional Chairman Anaoka Omu campaign strategy. Now me tepa se regional chairman pa bi na num kanchire Oma hene Kwabena Sante say Omono na okasa sapra kasetia Ghana for se Ghana ni otitachi man ono no wonim exchange rate o se nkran for no moten nkran no ono no mfa ho ne exchange rate ne IMF deal ne ma amoyo o se they told Accra for say dokono bo ayede. Oh, he said it. Said dokono abedu 5 cedi. I said this is what they use to convince people to vote for the NDC. Now, what's your mind? What's your mind? Now, kwa kotwaba. Now, see, you are going to vote because of Dokono Boye thing. What do you think you are achieving? Etine, Dokono nebo na beti abafo. Etine. Enchinam na Accra for no ye de convince mo amokoto nkwase aba no ne bo na beti abafo ochina mebo mo dem se video no won say ekosi send omo program ana e wapa ochina. I will make sure I will find that video and come and play it with you into ochina. Don't mix it now. One kasa what the psychology that these people use to win election. Abra Dr. Kansem kese dabi me kan me be semna Dr. Kano ya yete abruchi na yete asio. The ideas na wo papa ne team no ye na ye hu bibi da ye hu bibi painti ye num na yete asio. Na the Ghana for no mo hono, they don't understand these things. Omo believe mpo say enye possible. Etienne Dahoro. We are all going to smell the shit that we have. Yenyina better and fear nine. Yenyina ye better and fear nine. We will see what is going to happen. We will see how the NDC is going to act. But we will not leave them. We will make sure we will fire them till they do the right thing to make our mother Ghana becomes great again. Omwanya 2028. Omumpo Dr. Beba. Abujanfo medemo ebesia. Mo say ne eye 24th. Ebese menko abujanfo nchena me no muni nkomo kakra. But now, yeah, I wanted to come here and share some little things with you and also wish you all a Merry Christmas. And I want to wish you all Merry Christmas and hope and say, Ochina, if I'm not able to come on Monday, which is 26, I will be here for sure. Sorry, on Monday, what is the day? That one should be on Wednesday. Or Thursday, yes. I will be here and we're going to continue with our journey. Meeting any Mr. Mafo ha. RAZ Media GH on YouTube. Mr. Wase, Pomadrana like a video no. And your first time on our platform we saw. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Nambeka abusuano ho. Se de be ya dive, na be bia no. Wonso ubenya link no, ubenya notification. Na waba na ye na nyina ye den aye adwuma no. Se de se na fata. Ti mesawa se like video no. Na sabi subscribe to the channel. Nambeka abusuano kese no. Michacha mu nyina, michia amama sarifu michia SKB TV Michao, Janet Afra Michao, Betty Kumse Michao, Blessing Johnson Ofosu, Michao Phobia Michao, Uskani Michao, JJK Michao also, J Enoch Michao, Isa Mohammed Michao, Chacha Munya Bushan for Betty Kumse Bia Michao, Chacha Munya Enemobra, Munya Ya, Moneme, Ebeye Show, Nidumubesiha, Naya Sign, Atwaso, actually, Macram.
John Mahama, don't come and do for that for all. Sikeni was Sikeni ho. Whoever will be the finance minister, let Ghanaians know there's no money. This is what we came to inherit. The money we have, we cannot buy crude. So we are going to shed power. They also to Ghana and Onko. They will say about 2028 or 20 in this, 20 NDC. Mabodam. Yet to Kromha, Yasoson Kwasi Asamso. People are forced to do things. When people too legitimately are doing things to help the country, money so. Mr. John Mahama, this is my advice to the NDC government. Do not
billion already spent.
Let me start quickly.
I'm on social media.
Let me start quickly with free SHS.
Messages.
And those in the diaspora. Please, we need to come into this discussion. Those Ghanaians who are in the diaspora.
What do you mean?
Whose money? I'm coming to explain. Kejo can tell you. Secondary education is free in Europe. Secondary education is free in the US. But they are day schools. They are day schools.
What's your point?
And I'm coming to it. They are day schools. The best governments do is to put those in the US yellow buses, which you have to stop to give priority for the bus to take the kids to school. Right. So how come rich developed countries that started a boarding school system, right? And today if you want to go to a boarding school, college or whatever, it's elite. And you have to pay a lot. And it's only rich people who are able to take and talented students who may get scholarships. right, who go to those schools. Why don't we follow the examples? What makes us think that we can support free SHS unfettered from fees? The warning came in 2018 or 2019, early in the administration, when we used 2.2 billion of a bond, my Ghana cedis, to support free SHS.
But to be fair, Mr. Tekpe, Kenoforiata, then as finance minister, alluded to this fact. He talked about the reality that it was going to be difficult to sustain this trend.
And of course, I tweeted to compliment. I mean, that's a reality. That's what we've been saying. Our option is the e-schools. And when you take as many e-schools, into the communities, train any teachers, if they have to take loan to do it, you remember that policy and all that. That is the way, to bring down the cost. You can't add every single, element,
Mr. Tekpe, that's your plan?
Cost. It has always been the plan. There is progressively free.
So practically, how does it work, Mr. Tekpe? What's the JM plan for this?
I've just said it. I'm saying that it's not new. We started building 200 e-schools. But for the fall in crude oil prices, we would have completed about 120. So you're going back to complete in the bush. Some of them, so you're going back to complete it. And the way to reduce and grant access, is to build more e-schools so that they go today, and then you produce more teachers, right? That is a compliment. Ghana's budget cannot sustain unfettered, I'm not saying free SHS, cannot sustain unfettered free SHS. Unfettered in the sense that government takes on every, and remember, tuition is free across. Tuition is already free. It has always been free from primary to university. Tuition is free. And that already is a heavy cost.
To be able to fund the